Yes, I greetings, love and light to all the conscious ones and ones out there. Welcome to Streams of Consciousness. Yes, I greetings, love and light to all the conscious ones and ones out there. My name is Hassan Robinson and welcome to another episode of Streams of Consciousness, where we seek to elevate the level of consciousness one conversation at a time. Of course, this episode is no different and we will be assisted, of course, to share this conscious vibrations with our guest here. I'll allow her to do her righteous introductions as we normally do. Till then, welcome to Streams of Consciousness.
My name is JahSi St. John, aka Danger She Wrote Online, and I'm just an entrepreneur, you know, an all-around happy-go-lucky, free-spirited person. You know, I care about people, I care about life, and I just want to do good things and have a good life, you know, and share that with others.
Yes, that's nice. That's great. And we encourage more entrepreneurial mindsets. And of course, especially when it comes to altruism, doing good things for others as well. So talk to us about, you know, what JahSi represents and what does living that, I guess, that good life look like, you know, in someone in your field? Yeah.
Well, first of all, entrepreneurship is very hard. So it's definitely something I realize that is a lot more spiritual than it is just, you know, physical. I mean, you have to have the technique, the skill, and the logic to be a good, you know, boss. But you have to have the heart. And I feel like in this day and age, a lot of people don't have the heart for business. Like there is no real why as to why do you want to build this? Why do you want to do this? So before I even started my company, I had my why. You know, like I knew I wanted to make impact. I knew I wanted to change lives. I knew I wanted to do something different that could actually, you know, create a new wave. Like I wanted to help people. That's all I knew, is like I wanted to help people. I mean, of course, I want to help myself. You know? I mean, but in the same sense, I know that like money is something that is so common, you know? So I would never make money be the reason why I do what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting, you know, because for others, another person might feel like, yo, money is their why. Like that is your main focus, and that's how they can even help persons, you know, by having that financial, you know, financial strength. So how do you balance doing that though? Like trying to help others, but at the same time, so you kind of put people on a sinking ship, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
At first, you have to have your own ship in order. And so speak to us about that though. Like how difficult or how easy was it for you, you know, to get onto that platform where you can, you know, create something where you can not only sustain yourself but sustain others as well?
It was hard. Like it's still hard, you know, like when you're building something real, when you're building something big, it takes a lot of foundational work. And I always believe in working harder on yourself than you do on your job, because skills can be obtained. You can easily teach yourself a new skill or go back to school, get a degree, but the characteristics it takes to actually be a good entrepreneur or just a good person in general, that takes a lot of effort, you know? So I spent a lot of time working on myself, my mental health, my self-esteem, my confidence, you know, did a lot of shadow work, you know, a lot of spiritual work. I grew my relationship closer to God, you know. So I feel like when times are rough or when things are difficult, I lean on God. I lean on God a lot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Niceness. Yes, I respect that. So, what does that look like though? Working on yourself, and I mean, it sounds so simple. I'm just working on myself, but really and truly spending time with yourself, those introspective thoughts, accepting all flaws. Talk to
I
us
feel
about
like
that.
when it comes to working on yourself, it, it's a lot of isolation, you know,
Okay.
like we tend to project a lot, you know, when we have people around. It's easy to say, oh,
Yeah.
I did this because of you, or you're the
Yeah.
problem, you know. But when there's nobody around and the problem is still there,
Mhm.
how are you going to address it, you know? And
Right.
that is when it comes to being self-aware, to knowing that, hey, I'm not perfect, I have flaws, I have things that I need to work on. I need to, you know, pay more attention to the way that I treat people, the way that I treat myself. And when you're alone a lot, you have no choice but to go into that space of self-development. If you're a person who actually cares, you know, a lot of people avoid it. They will go into, you know, like distractions, you know. When people are alone, they hate to be alone. I know a lot of people that
Yeah.
really hate to be alone.
Yeah. COVID brought that out in a lot of people who never really had, time to be by themselves and realized they're afraid of their own thoughts sometimes. And
Exactly.
when you have nowhere else to go but within, it's kind of scary for people, especially persons who not really too accustomed of listening to their own thoughts and analyzing their own thoughts or even their own emotions, always distracted by certain things.
It's scary. I understand why people would avoid that inner work, because a lot of people have experienced a lot of pain, a lot of trauma, you know, stuff that has happened to them that they've tried to bury. And when you're alone, those thoughts tend to scream at you a lot, you know, like especially when you're a person that probably your confidence is not as high. Your brain constantly goes into spiral, goes into loop, looking for ways to accuse you, to remind you like you ain't shit, you know. So going into that self-development, it's a very scary place to be, but you have to do it anyway, because
Right.
that's where growth comes.
Right. It's scary in the beginning, to be honest.
In
But
the
then after a
beginning.
while, man, honestly, I'm somebody who loves being by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So COVID was like a heaven for me. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
love my own personal space. I love my creative mind.
I can see why.
You know? But then I have my dark sides, like everyone does, and we all need our dark side. Other than that, you're not going to. How I see it is, the creator make us in a way where we're supposed to be like ambassadors of his work, right?
Real talk.
And then you have like the people who are on the dark side, right? So persons who feel like, who is the creator, who is his children and whatnot. And sometimes you have to put your foot down and say, oh, listen, I'm a son of a king and this and that, and you're not afraid. And because the creator have these spiritual warriors as well. And in certain African tribes, both men and women, they have to go for a certain rites of passage for them to become an adult. So I think you have to have that spiritual rites of passage for you to say, you know what, I can stand on my own, no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Amen. So how else would you know what the weapon looking like?
Exactly.
Either you have to battle, you have to be able to forge your own weapons, and one of the best ways to forge that weapon is spending time with yourself, knowing that even if you by yourself, you're never alone. That type of thing, you know
Exactly. And I feel like when it comes to your relationship with God, that is such a personal thing. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody has their own individual walk, and everybody has their own way to finding God. Because I personally, like, growing up in Catholic schools and stuff, I learned how to pray, in school. But I found God when I was pregnant with my son.
Right.
I really understood, because when you're going for a life-changing thing like that, you tend to want to hold on to something, some sort of comfort, some sort of safety. And the only place I really felt safe was in prayer, in communion with God, with talking to God whilst my child was growing in my belly.
Yes.
And then when I left Dominica as a young woman, went to the States, I was just, when I decided I was going to live in America, I was just 23. My son was little. And I remember being on the plane and I was thinking to myself, like, I can do whatever I can to make a better life for my son and whatever. And I could hear God's voice telling me,
that's right, sister.
lead by example. Yeah, I could hear God telling me, lead by example. Like, if you want a certain life for your child, you're going to have to create a certain life for yourself.
Yeah, man. That's it. That's it. Yes.
So it's like, that pushed me, to really be like, okay, God, if this is what I have to do to be an example for my son, then this is what I'm gonna do. And then little by little, challenges came. Like, one of the worst things is when you decide you're trying to build your relationship with God, all hell is gonna break loose in your life.
Oh yeah.
All hell.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So it was so hard to like get into that trust. I think one of the toughest things I had to learn with my walk with God was trusting. Like, I seriously don't trust anybody.
Right.
And it's not because I think people are bad. It's just that I just cannot put anything past anyone because I know human nature. You understand? I know how people operate.
Oh yeah.
And I've already learned that the only, like, because I work with kids, like, I'm a child advocate. So I work with children that are in the welfare system in America. And these kids go through
so much.
So much. You understand me? And people always ask me, oh, why did you want to be an advocate? Why, you got into that line? I check, like, first of all, I love children. And secondly, I know what it's like to be evicted. To be, like, there's not much ingredients to get abused. All you have to be is a vulnerable person in a bad situation around the wrong people.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your age is, what your sex is, what your race is. Just be vulnerable around the wrong people in a bad situation, and it's the ingredients for abuse.
Right.
So, and kids are more prone to that than anybody else. Lately I've been looking for the number for chances because I feel in my heart like I have to go and see these kids. I have to go see about them. Like, I've been trained in the early childhood education, child trauma, so I understand how to deal with children that have been through different, and it's like I always thinking about them because I remember one time I read a letter from one of the teenagers from Chances, and they were crying out, and my heart was crying for them. I prayed for them, and I just know what it's like because Dominica is the type of place we have people in the system and we don't have a system. And there are people out there that wouldn't think twice to hurt you. I always say, never underestimate the length somebody will go to hurt you.
That's so true. Huh? Indeed, and also never underestimate the length that someone will go to help you as well.
That's true.
Yes, sir. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, because and I think what you're saying is very powerful in us, because even without being aware of it, sometimes it can be a minor abuse, but you grow up with those things on a subconscious level. And trust is something that is, even with myself, I don't really trust. So the people, I'm a trustworthy person in the sense that I have my faith, my trust in the Creator.
Yeah, of course.
And that I know everyone has the ability to change and that type of thing. But it also has its consequences because it's like it becomes where you're naive, persons kind of take your kindness for weakness and that type of thing. But it doesn't prevent me from loving and trusting that within each and every person is the Creator. Then Rastafari says the I and I. So how I treat that person, the vibration that I have, will reflect, onto me as well. So true, I may not trust a person 100%. There are certain people you can't really trust them because of certain experiences. But at the same time too, I always give somebody the benefit of a doubt because I'm a person. I get judged, as well. I've been, victimized in the sense of how I approach life. Persons may not know, what stance you take. Dominica is already, you have to have either or according to Asa Bantan. And you're telling somebody in the street in between, and it's a Creator you're rolling with. And to them, it's like, nah, because certain people, certain pastors and certain people in the church and them, they know the Bible from back to front.
But they don't know God. And
they don't know the Creator because they still touching little girls, still touching little boys, and they can quote every verse for you. And I'm like,
and
bro,
that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Because it's like God will convict you. You understand what I'm saying?
Man.
Like, even with something small as a lie. You know, if I do something, I'm like, God, I know you're looking at me,
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
know, I gotta take this one to the game.
yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, I'm aware to understand that everything does have its consequence, and everything is spiritual. People like to say, "Oh, you're always bringing up God," and everything is God. Like I don't know how to explain it to people for people to understand that we have to take accountability to God. You know that, right? Like I don't know what you think this world is, but there is a time where we're gonna have to answer for what we did for our lives,
That
and it's
time
not
is to,
about being perfect.
yeah,
People
yeah,
think that also in order to have a relationship with God, you have to be perfect. There was no perfect people in the Bible.
yeah,
Not one person was
yeah.
scot-free. Everybody in there did something. You understand?
Right.
And he still used them. So what makes you think that you, if you're not willing, if you're not open, if you're not seeking, that God wouldn't come and find you exactly where you are?
Right. Well said. I can say amen, sister. But yeah, man. But it's true. And some persons that might be viewing this, may call the creator different name. But like what you're saying is true. Some may say everything is the creator, everything is vibration. Vibration is frequency. Frequency is the creators. Love manifesting instantly. And
Exactly.
to add to what you're saying, you say like, okay, at some point we each have to be accountable to the creator. But that is every day. Every day you wake up, every night you go to sleep. I mean, I'm not perfect, to be honest. If you have my
Nobody.
flaws, I mean, trust me, I know. I know
Nobody.
myself.
Like
But the boy know I'm not no serial killer, pedophile,
exactly.
rapist. So I just feel good,
Yeah.
But at the same time too, there's certain things that I know better that I should do
It's
better.
a work in progress.
Yeah, man. And then the transformation, or when people see your change, they see your difference. It's like sometimes they feel your change before they see your change.
Yeah.
The way you speak, they're like, yo, you need to speak like that before. The way you act, the way you dress, like, yo, something really different about that person. But they kind of put a finger on it. That vibration is that love frequency.
Yeah.
So talk to us a bit more about that now.
Well, when it comes to me and love, I love. In the sense of I'm definitely a lover girl, like I love people, I love animals, I love children, I love God, I love life, I love my family. Like I'm looking for more things to love, I love my business that I'm building. Like I love what I do.
Right.
And God is love, you understand? But another thing I want people to understand there, that there's a difference between being a good person and being a nice person.
Okay.
You understand me? I'm not nice. I have nice ways,
Yes.
but I'm a good person. And sometimes me having to be a good person might make you feel some type of way.
Next, talk to you.
And I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Because what I've realized is that, especially when it comes to like believers, what I realize is that they take this stand of neutrality, like, oh, I don't want to offend anybody, I don't want to push to, I don't care. Because when it comes to wickedness, they never let up. I never seen an abuser or wicked person say, okay, that is enough. Let's stop. Let's take it easy. So you see, when it comes to righteousness, Hassan, I am standing 10 toes down every time. You cannot move me. You understand? When I know that this is wrong or this is right, I don't care who it offends. I don't care who dislikes me tomorrow. I don't care who I lose. Like that is why I build in everything on my own, so I can stand up for myself and my people and not have to worry about consequences of losing sponsors or relationship with this person, or I can't say this because that. I don't care how you feel.
Yes,
if it's right,
it's
I'm
right.
gonna stand 10 toes every time.
Yeah, man, and it's the same thing. That's how Yasha was in Ask Yasha. That's how Yasha was. He used to come and talk to the pastors and the people, turn over tables and tell them straightforward. That's how the creator tell him to be. He's like, and he said it himself, things that I've done, greater things you can do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's supposed to give us the confidence to stand knowing that, okay, he's like my bigger brother. So my bigger brother is Yahshua, my father is Yahweh.
Exactly.
Check it. So anything I do, I have my backer with me. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing for consciousness for me. A lot of persons may say, somehow my anger issues, I just get vexed or whatever. True. But I just get vexed.
Yeah. Average, but they don't understand.
Yeah, man, sometimes you have to get vexed for the right reasons, man. Let us know, like, listen, I'm nice and conscious, but I don't know rainbows and butterfly nice. Listen.
Like, okay, because at the end of the day, I'm always going to come with positive energy, high vibrations, good intentions. You understand? So if things go left, I always know what my intentions were. You understand? Because people see your ways, but God sees your heart.
Amen,
So I
sister.
always know what my intentions are in this situation. And if my intentions are pure and I know to myself that this was not how I wanted it to go and it went left, I know it's you. I know God is saving me. I know
Right.
that even if the situation is sad or it's hard, like Hassan, you don't even understand how I've been tested. You understand? I'm not saying these things because it sounds good.
Yeah, it's facts.
I've been tested. I've had my heart broken so many times and had to rebuild it again.
Yeah, Burna Boy tested and what is someone Burna Boy going again? Tested and approved or something?
You understand?
Yeah,
Like, I've definitely been tried by fire many times.
yeah.
I've had some of my hardest moments alone. And the only person that I could talk to, the only comfort I could get was from God. I mean, I have my mom who I will call. She knows my secrets. She knows, you know. But when you alone in that dark place, you have to call on God.
Yeah,
Trust me.
Yeah,
because if you don't, it's going to wound you. Life can wound you.
Oh yeah.
You don't need anybody to come and do you something for you to be bitter or resentful. Life can break you down.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So talk to us about that now. Now they say sometimes they say beauty is a gift and a kiss. Now, you're a very beautiful woman.
Do you think so? Thanks.
Yeah, man. So talk to us about navigating that, because right now we're in a very superficial world.
Yeah.
So they would see you look in some type of way, like beauty and bronze, beauty
and
you know,
brains.
beauty and brains, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? That type of things. Like right now is like, if you're not about, you know, the soft life, or if you're not looking for a guy who can pay for everything for you, you have to be this really rigid boss CEO, I don't need anybody type of thing. How do you balance that, man?
Well, you see, like I said, it comes back to God again. You understand? Well, first of all, I've been beautiful all my life, and that's never helped. It's never helped. Being pretty has never made me feel like I've gotten a pass. Maybe for some women it works, but I feel like when you lead with your beauty, you're going to always have to lead that. And beauty fits. You understand? And I think that it's more important about the inside, because like beauty shines from the inside out, you know.
True.
I don't care how pretty you are. If you're a nasty person, that takes out your attractiveness to,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, it's so important to work on your insides, because you can easily dress up the outside, you know. I eat healthy, I exercise, I try and take care of myself naturally so I can stay, you know.
Yeah.
But if I'm not feeding my soul, if I'm not doing the things that are important to actually grow as a woman, you know, into my womanhood, and that's not just about putting clothes on it. Womanhood and femininity is something that is divine power. It seriously comes from having knowledge and access to the divine.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, man.
So it's like, I don't want to miss out on anything in life. I don't want to not have everything that's meant for me in this life. I want to be able to be smart, a businesswoman, make money, still take care of my husband, still take care of my kids, still be nurturing and loving to elders, still do all of the things that requires me to be a good person. I don't think you get a pass just because you know, you are some boss CEO. No, I could have taken that hustle mentality and come into that, I'm gonna hustle my way to the top. But that would have made me so rigid. You know what I mean? It would have made me so stiff and tense. Because once you put yourself into that mindset, it's hard to get out of it. And how would I be able to have a relationship with my son? How would I be able to meet him where he's at, where he needs me, if I'm all the way up here?
Right. I see what you mean. And you touch on something though, like divine, feminine, and as you say, you know, mother nature, mother nurture, you know, that type of thing. And to care for, you know, I guess that comes with being a woman. You know, being able to care for yourself, care for others, and to not care as well is a form of care.
Yeah.
So to not care about the negativity, to not care about the thing, but to, you know, care about yourself, I think that's very admirable.
It didn't start as easier. I had a time in my life where I cared too much. to the point where it would make me sick. You know how they have that thing where you're getting go well and stuff like that, and you can't eat, can't sleep. Okay,
Yeah.
I've had many instances where
You
I've
had
been
a bunch of referral, I just say.
all types of situations for friends, for family, for jobs, for everything was
Yes.
stabbing my heart.
Oh, profit.
I'm telling you. And I remember a time I had gone through the situation with a person and they really played in my face, which I and and I was crying. I telling you, I was alone and I was crying. And I could feel like God next to me, telling you, like holding my hand, comforting me. And I was talking to God and I was like, I don't want to feel like this again. But I don't want to be wicked. I don't want to close my heart. I don't want to get bitter. And every time I go through heartbreak, my prayers always, God, please don't make me bitter. Please don't make me change. Please don't make me hard. Because when you're going for something that hurts, you just feel like that tense wall, that anger, that like, trust me. And I just have to pray it away all the time to tell myself like, no, the trick of life is not becoming like the people that hurt you.
Right. Okay, so talk to us about relationships and love.
Oh my God.
You know, I'm looking forward to that kind of a conversation, you know, in terms of what a woman really looks for in a man, or what a good woman really looks for in a man. And also, is it something that exists, or do you have to make that happen? Because I was speaking to this, you know, young lady. She was like, yo, no good men or good women exist. You actually have to make the person that you want. Do you subscribe to that, or do you believe that that person is there? You just have to attract them. You just have to develop yourself, and the right person will come. That type of thing.
Well, honestly, relationships are different from everyone because, you know, we have culture, we have background, we have preferences, you know, we have things we like. So I feel like if you want a relationship to work, you have to know yourself. I think it's so important to have that self-awareness before you get into a relationship with somebody else. Because if you're waiting on that person to show you who you are, most likely they're going to show you the worst parts of yourself. You understand what I mean? Because being strong, being compassionate, being ethical, having a good heart, these are all personal values. Nobody can come into your life and make you something you're not. You understand? People can imitate, you know, they can mirror you, but that can only last so long. The mask will fall off eventually. You understand? Because love, people think love is when everything's going great. No. It's easy to love when things are going great. You understand? Love is 3 a.m. in the morning and your partner calls you, tells you they're sick, and you immediately get up from bed, go find them wherever they are, go to the hospital wherever they are. You understand what I'm saying? Love is when a family member dies and you feel that pain together with them. You know, you help them carry through that grief. Like, you know, love is when your partner gets cancer and you still see them fighting to survive, and you think they're more beautiful than the day you met because you realize you have a fighter. You know what I mean? So it's like when you see the qualities of people, and especially their love for life, their zest, the way they treat others, you know, the way they roll, their integrity, their morals. I think these things are the sexiest part of a person, the most attractive part of a person, because these things, they're not things that will fade.
Hey, looking to add some natural goodness to your life? Well, at Bolavi, we believe that what you put in your body matters. Our all-natural products are crafted with care, bringing you rich, pure flavors straight from nature. No additives, just quality you can feel good about. So, get yourself some natural goodness. Contact us at 1-767-265-0076 or 1-767-285-3232. Bolavi, pure life.
All right, so in this segment here, we're just going to continue speaking about, you know, what it means to be oneself, especially as it relates to love and the challenges of life. We kind of just had to move because of the noise in the background.
Yeah, from the
Well,
better location.
yeah. But we were speaking about like what a good man is or what a good woman is. We can
Yeah.
continue on that path, but also speak to us about the importance of self-love and navigating the challenges of life.
Yes, I love this. You see, we can, you know that quote, you can spend all day discussing what a good man is, or you can go out there and be one. I believe in that, because at the end of the day, nobody's perfect, you understand? And you see, everybody have their different version of good. You know, people love to say they're a good person. That's why I always like to ask, by whose standard? You know, like, if you don't believe in God, if you don't trust God, if you don't have a higher consciousness, you know, to understand that,
Right.
okay, sometimes I may have to get out of my own way to see the big picture, and God is the big picture.
Right,
You
amen,
sure?
sister, righteous. Yeah, man. Real thing, real thing.
So it's like, it's so important that if you really want to know what is good, then go seek a relationship with God in your own way. And don't make anybody stop you from thinking that growth or accountability or self-awareness is you trying to be better than them. If
Right.
somebody feels that way about your own betterment, remove them. Distance yourself, you understand me? Anything not growing is dying. I strongly believe that.
Right.
So it's so important that you grow. Authentic people change, they grow, they evolve. That is what life is.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Finding yourself.
Yeah.
Some people are so like stuck in their negativity or in their pain that they don't want to change.
Right.
They want to have a reason to hate, you know?
Right. Right. That's what you mean. And most of that stems from a subconscious level as well. It also deals with abuse. Now, when people hear abuse, they're thinking more of like, sexual abuse or verbal abuse, but there's also self-abuse. We often abuse ourselves in the type of thoughts that we have, the way we criticize ourselves, the negative things we talk to ourselves about, and we project it onto others. I say we because even if I may not do it as often as, let's say, a narcissist would, but I have the tendency sometimes to project my thoughts onto other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think one, self-awareness for sure, because at the end of the day, you cannot walk around in life pretending like your shit don't stink.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Because it's so easy to project and be like, well, I'm not doing what they're doing, so a lot of people have that attitude. So it's like, okay, I get it. Maybe it's not something you would do, but you don't know that person's situation. So try and stop making it about you.
Right.
And understand that they're doing what they can for
Right.
what they have.
Right.
You understand?
Yes.
And I think like if we had that type of mindset, we'd be a lot less competitive.
Right.
We'd be a lot less confused, and I think we'd be a lot more accepting.
Yeah, even like this collaboration here, I think is an acceptance that we all play in our parts to help the bigger picture, which is to help elevate consciousness.
Yeah.
And consciousness is just like one's awareness or one's, perception of life, as well as it being the breath of life itself. Then you realize every one of us have our own unique contribution towards life in itself.
Very
and that's
true.
stemming from the creator,
Always.
Yeah, man. So it's a righteous thing to see because you're a very beautiful woman.
Thank you.
And then to hear you speak so powerfully and so, convictive, no man, in terms of your relationship with the creator.
Yes.
That's a righteous thing. And at the same time, too, you're down to earth with it.
Of course.
It's not all being soft, but at the same time, too, you have to be assertive and you have to step as somebody who represents, the creator's vibes,
Exactly. And I think because I made the decision to make my relationship with God and myself the most important relationships in my life, that I'm going to go through this journey of faith. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was a choice. I could have chosen to live my life anyhow. I'm not a religious person in the sense of, no, I don't know the Bible back and forth. No, I don't know that verse for that verse. I don't care about all of that. You understand? All I know is that if I do need a verse for a situation I'm in, I can find the right one at the right time.
Right.
And it going and register to me
Right.
for what I'm dealing with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Respect. Yeah. Well said, brother. I mean, Empress, sister. Yeah. So we,
Real nigga shit.
yeah, man. So right now we have an amazing view here.
Oh, wow.
You know, if listeners could see what we'd say, I probably try and record it, you know.
Definitely.
But even looking at you too, you're an amazing view as well as a person. You know, so
Wow.
that's good. That resonates heavy. You know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But
So
what about you now, Hassan? Like, you've been doing these streams of consciousness for a while.
right.
And like, how has it changed your perspective on life and, evolving?
Yeah, you know, that's a great question. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. In terms of changing, it does give me more conviction.
That's good.
You know, so it never really changed my perception on consciousness. It just make me see that it's a real thing. So it gives me more for conviction, more for a motivation.
You're
to
on
do
the
it.
right path, yeah.
Yeah, man. So I guess it changed, but in terms of magnitude, you know what I mean. So if frequency is one thing, then you have, I guess, the what was that word? One is frequency, one is, I guess, the ratio as to the impact, you know what I'm trying to say, like the wavelength, you know.
Yeah.
So if I was always thinking about one thing and I see the amount of positive impact it has on others,
Yeah.
I think about it even more.
Exactly.
And that increase in, the strength.
Compound increase.
Yeah, vibrations.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No, but
man.
for real though.
Thank
And
you.
so far, who has been like one of your favorite guests? Like, which episode you can say that really stuck out to you?
My favorite by it's got the spot there to say.
Come on, you thought of it.
My favorite guest, my favorite guest. Honestly, it would have to be it's actually two of them, and it's two elders. It was from the assemblies of Yeshua,
Oh.
you know, and we are from the assemblies of Yahweh. So one brother, his name is Courage, and the other brother is, I think, brother Felix or brother Thomas or something like that. And then they were speaking about the calendar
Mm-hmm.
and the cycles of time and the moments of time. And from a spiritual aspect, it makes me see, we're really living in a physical time
Wow.
and a spiritual time as well.
Wow.
And those elders, they know about those times. And there are certain people that is just move in the times. Like we are some of those people in terms of our consciousness. That the people of society, they don't necessarily move in that time because you're on a whole different calendar.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite ones,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see why. No,
Yeah.
for real. I mean, you see, I feel so blessed to have been able to find my path, especially with God.
Right.
I could have chosen so many roads to go on because there was a time where I didn't know what to do and where to go and who to call on.
Right.
But when I called out, Jesus showed up. He came.
That's it. Oh, amen, sister.
Yeah.
Vibes. Okay, so I usually have like a musical segment in some of my episodes.
That's cool.
What type of music you listen to help elevate your spirit in the sense of confidence to get through the day? Or are you like one of those open-minded, as long as the vibes is cool, the lyrics is clean, you're rocking with it?
I'm definitely a type of vibey type of person for sure, because music really sets the tone for me. You understand? I've always been musical. Most people don't know, but I sing. I can really sing. You know that. Right. But and it's like and I have a really good ear. Like I can always know when a song. Usually, I know a song is a hit before it reaches a hit on the streets.
Yeah.
Like I've been new, play that, done.
Yes, okay.
Old news. So it's like I have that ear, and it's definitely by my mood. You understand?
Right.
Because even when I'm in Houston, I'm one of those people that will like to drive, take a little cruise down the city.
Yes, yeah, man.
And I will put on some tunes, and according to my mood, it might be some signal band. You understand what I'm telling you? Because that is just the energy I feeling for. I feeling for some nice, positive, hype, booyah,
Yeah,
and
man.
they
Yeah.
give that to me. Or sometimes I in my, body and I want to listen to some Nicki Minaj or some
Yes, yeah.
Cardi B, you know what I'm
Yes, yes,
saying?
yeah.
And then, I go into church or I need that spiritual upliftment. So I listen to my favorite gospels or, songs that really inspire me and make
Right,
me feel,
right.
you know.
Yeah, man,
So
holistic.
music is definitely one of those things that I love. One of the best parts of life is music.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
Indeed, some say life is music,
Yeah.
because everything resonates at a particular tune. That if you see you in tune with it, yeah, man, everything sounds
And
nice.
you see, talking about it being in tuned, I believe in that so much because I love to be in tune with everything around me.
Right,
Like, I don't want people to, I don't want somebody around me to be going through something and I don't notice.
right,
Like, why wouldn't I notice? You know what
right.
I mean?
Yeah, man.
Especially when you're going through something difficult. I want to be able to see you.
Right, right,
So it's like, if I go into that type of situation, whereas it's about being in tune,
right.
I'm definitely in tune with my country.
Yeah, man. And I'm in tune with what you're saying, for real, for real. Yeah, man.
Yes, because you see my love for Dominica and Dominicans.
We
Like
love you
we're
back. We
so,
love you back. Yes.
like we're such a rare breed in the sense of you don't just run into Dominicans overseas, and when you do, it's always a special occasion because you get to talk in your accents.
Right.
You get to be a Dominican self, act them where they're from, and they tell you, yeah, I'm from this place, and you're like, oh yeah, I know that, you're familiar with that, that type of vibe, and I love that about us, and that is the thing, because I know that my country is so small, so rare. I always try to show up as the best because I'm the first contact that a lot of people have with my country.
Yes.
Some people have never heard about my country before, and I'm the first person they're meeting from there. But luckily for us and Dominicans, bravo, you guys are so good that anytime I meet someone who's met a Dominican, they've always told me they love that person. That person was their friend. I've never met someone that has met one of us and have said anything bad. They always love us. We always go out there and show up.
Time. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Good vibes.
Yeah.
So it's like you're an ambassador for the country, but you're also an
Naturally.
ambassador for the creator.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
And I don't have to choose because I feel like being blessed to be where I'm from, to have the culture I have, I feel like my whole island is my family because we're so small. When I overseas, like I'm living in a city with 2.5 million people.
Right.
And it gets so lonely. You know what I'm saying? But when I home, I see people I grew up with, went to school with, family, friends. Like this is my area. They know me around there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You know
That's
what I'm
it.
saying?
And that's the foundation of who made you who you are, positive personality. I always say that, the consciousness I'm talking about, it's not like I'm the most conscious person in Dominica or nah, man. It's like a lot of the things that I'm saying is things that were said to me when I was small, little boy growing up, look at advice you get in from elders and that type of thing, conversations you're having. And then you're just realizing we're living in a time where you're not hearing that conversation happening as much. You're not seeing people moving in that mannerisms as much.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so why not? Just like what you're saying, if you looking for so many good, you can what's the coach you said? You can sit down all the time thinking about what a good person is, so you can just go out and be one, So it's the same thing with the consciousness, So it's like the awareness of what it takes to be in tune and also inspire others to be in tune is something that just comes natural.
Yeah.
And something I love, doing,
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. I see it.
Yeah, man. And then Dominicans have a unique, Dominican consciousness. Honestly, like our consciousness is different.
Deep. Are you kidding me? Ocean, Caribbean Sea
Yeah,
at the bottom. Deep.
Vibes.
For real.
Really, that's a lot of wise people. It's like a regular conversation for us, and then another person would listen like, yo, you guys really, in tune. And I'm like, well, that's...
Listen, the Caribbean on a whole have a specialness because if you listen to old school songs like from Buju Banton, Barry's Harmon, those songs are all about positivity, all about love, all about, fighting, standing up, being proud, being black, like, so we grew up listening to them things as children. And
man.
maybe some people didn't believe, but a lot of us really felt like that was the truth.
Oh yeah.
You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? And then Dominica itself now, even more special in the Caribbean, even more different, you understand?
Yeah.
And that's why I say, like, you see me, I'm a person, I know my life have purpose, I know I was born for a reason, everything in my life have meaning, down to my name have meaning, you understand? Like, most people don't know JahSi means God sees me. You check JahSi,
Yes,
God sees me.
uh,
So I'm not
I see
new
you,
to
yeah,
this,
babe.
I'm true to this.
Your name is no JahSi and I. You know what I mean?
No, but
Yes.
for real though. So it's like I don't take, even though I've had as life is, like life is not easy for me. Like, you really think me talking like that means my life is easy? Obviously, I've gone through enough,
Right.
enough
Yeah.
experiences to make me wise, to make me understand, like, yo,
Yeah,
life.
and what I love too about how you carry yourself is that you don't wear your your trials on your face. You don't wear your hard times on your face. It's always a smile or always a focused thing,
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times people don't give persons that credit because it takes a lot of energy to make sure that nothing phases you or it doesn't appear to phase you. Now, there's one thing in burying something so deep down inside that it kind of messes with you,
Yeah.
but you don't give the obstacles of life the benefit of the doubt to feel like they can break you. So it's like when the challenges come because they know they're trying to level up to you. It's like, yo, this nigga's strong, let me see how strong he is. And then you defeat the challenge, and the challenge say, no, like, I'll come back stronger again. And then have to. So the challenges in life is part of the life. And one of the challenges we often face is trying to show people like, yo, I know what struggle is, but I'm not going to stay in a struggling mindset. You know what I mean? I know what hardship is, what heartache is, but I'm not going to stay in the hardship and heartache mindset.
No, and in the
You know what I
same
mean?
sense too, because I've been through that pain, and because I know life unfair, I still not judging others for how they handling theirs.
Yeah.
And I'm still not looking down on nobody for not thinking how I thinking or feeling how I feeling.
Right.
At the end of the day, we all have our own journey to go through, you understand? And sometimes people stronger than others. That is why when people be like, oh, everybody have this, where is the compassion? Come on. Some people stronger than others. So people have gone through less than you, Hassan, and they have lost their minds. Okay?
Oh yeah. That's true.
So at the end of the day, we cannot try to nitpick just because you feel like, oh, I could handle that. Please have some compassion.
Okay, so speaking about compassion, it's been a very compassionate, intense conversation here. Not intense in terms of tension wise, but in terms of capturing what. You gave me a lot to think about. I sure you gave a lot to the viewers something to meditate on and resonate with. And it's something that is a lot more than meets the eye. You would see somebody and then you would judge them based on their appearance but by your first few words and by your conviction in terms of the relationship you have with the creator, realize, okay, this person is different and there's a reason why there's a beauty that radiates from you because you have a beautiful mind, you think beautiful thoughts, so you obviously will be like a holistic, beautiful person.
Thank you.
And then you're welcome, yeah. And we spoke a lot of beautiful words today there, but we also spoke a lot of realistic words too, So what are some of your forwarding statements when somebody sees you, hears about JahSi or I forgot to ask you, what made you think about Danger She Wrote? What did that Danger
Oh my God, this is
Yeah.
Yo, I don't know if it's to be honest or to make something up because the alright, it's not conscious where I got that name from. Okay, let's just say that. But there was an actor, and her name was Danger She Wrote on her profile, and I was like, yo, that's bad, eh? But I was telling it to a friend at the time. I was just saying, I want to change my profile name, and I found that name, and I was like, that bad, eh? But I didn't use it for a while because I wasn't thinking that. And it's somebody that was making noise with me, and they were telling me, oh, dangerous. Yeah, for real. all kind of dangerous. And I was like, all right, cool. Time for a name changer.
Yeah.
And honestly,
Dangerous name change, right? So sure.
I mean, I feel like the name took a life of its own. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because now I've become such a bit of an activist online. You know, I'm always talking my thoughts. And I feel like, yeah, caution. It's like, don't play with me. Don't play with me. And you see, the thing about it is, because of how soft I am, my energy is soft. You know, I have a soft tone. You know, people tend to think that, oh, she's a pushover. And the thing about it is, if I with you, I will make you feel like you're the only person in the world. You understand? Like you're the most
Naturally.
important thing in my life.
As you should.
And then when you play with me or you do something to upset me or you've been disrespectful or you act like as if I'm just anybody,
Right.
and I decide, oh, true, well, let me treat you how you treated me.
Right.
And the thing about it is I always gonna be colder with it than you because I mean it. You playing games, but I mean it.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
So when I, like, you know, and they see that side, they always shocked. They always like, what? I meant the world to you. Yes, because I will love you as you're with me,
Right.
but I will let you go every time you want to leave me.
Okay.
It will never be me fighting
Right.
to make you see my value.
Right. Right. Okay. All right. So I understand now. So danger she wrote comes from, I guess, some dangerous experiences in your life.
I guess.
You know. So let people know, like I was saying, when they think about you, and your business and what you promote, what are some of the things you want them to resonate with?
Repeat that?
When people think about you, they hear your name, right?
Yeah.
Or your business and what you represent. What are some of the things that you want them to resonate with? What you want them to connect with? As JahSi.
I want that when people see me for the first time, when people find me, when people hear about me, I want them to feel impact. I want them to feel something in them that registers. You understand? Like, I'm not speaking out for nobody other than the people who think like me. The people in the world that constantly being beaten down and always have to wonder what did I do? You understand? No, it's not you. You understand? If you're a person with good intentions, you know your heart pure, you may be different. You understand? Everybody have their ways. But that don't mean you deserve people to shun you and mock you and dismiss you and devalue you. Never.
Right. Yes, I know your worth, know your value. Of course, you are a child of a king, so therefore you're royalty. You know what I mean? It's been a royal conversation with you here.
It really has.
Thank you. This has been another episode of Streams of Consciousness. Of course, we've been with JahSi, you know what I mean? Also known as Danger She Wrote. Just sharing some conscious meditations there. So tell a friend to tell a friend that consciousness is on your frequency. Peace.